Going once, twice. Is it going to keep going? Is it going to go? Going to go? Going to go? I think we're good. Heck of an introduction. All right, hello everybody, and welcome back to Stand. See the ability, not the disability. My name is John, president of Stand, and we got stuff to talk about tonight. I'm going to be getting Andy information so he can connect to the server when we have these Stand podcasts and reviews. That way he's involved in it just as much as what he was outside of doing it, here online. I talked about this before, that at some point, I felt like Stan was going to transition away from being just a college thing, and it has. The other day we had a meeting through the college that I was going to. Now, remind you, I was going to. Now I'm a alumni for, obviously, because I went there before. But the concern was, when you run the group/organization through a college, there are certain things that you've got to follow, certain rules that you got to follow, and guidelines. And we don't have a problem with following rules, but it's when you can't meet those rules. It's when you can't meet the specific guidelines to continue to run it inside of just one college. Now, don't get me wrong, because the heart of Stand, the roots of Stand, is at Ivy Tech. That's where it started. That's where the roots will always lie, is, directed toward Ivy Tech, because that's where we began it. And I got something majorly. You got something clicking big time over there, Brandon.
Yeah. Sorry.
No more. There you go.
That was my headphone cord.
But we've got a lot of good things that we accomplished through Ivy Tech, and we definitely left something really big behind. And it's something that, a lot of people through Ivy Tech, they saw it, they recognize it, and even the awareness that we raised through Ivy Tech. So just because, Stand is no longer through Ivy Tech, that's okay, because now bigger doors can open up, because now we're not where we, before we could only do things with Stand through Ivy Tech because it was connected to Ivy Tech. Now that I decided to move it out of Ivy Tech and turn it into a community, so to speak, type of group/organization, we can do more, because now I can send information to any connections I might have at IU. I can send connections that I might have through Ivy Tech, obviously. And the people that have been a part of Stand, that's been there at the meetings and all that, they're still there, and they're still willing to share this information with people, because it's that important. It's that important. Now, if we was to have an event, it'd be up to us, and finding someone that might either sponsor Stand or donate to Stand to help out with events and stuff, and that's fine. I'm okay with that, and I'm okay with the direction it's going. Now, I could have took it from Ivy Tech and transitioned it in at IU, where I go now, but we would be at the same place in a year when I graduate from IU. I would no longer be a student at IU, which would mean that it would be left to students, that we might get through IU. It'd be left to them to continue it. And this is something that is so important to me. I didn't want to take that risk, that let someone take over and see Stand fall. So I didn't want that to happen. So that's when we sit down, we talked about it, and we decided that the best way to do this is to do it outside of the colleges, but involve the colleges anytime that we can. Because then we can still offer the same support to the students that are going through whatever college, Ivy Tech, IU, Purdue. It don't matter, Louisville. I mean, it doesn't matter. The options are endless on, the directions we can take it now. So even though we've moved out of the college and now we're into the open, I believe it's a better move. I believe it's the best move that we could have made. For some reason, our page on Facebook is giving us a little bit of a hard time, but I do want to update you guys that we're working on that page so you guys can access that anytime. We're also going to be working on getting a Twitter account for Stand. We can run our, any announcements or whatever through Twitter, and then we might even get a Twitch page. I don't know yet. So that's all the announcements. That's what's going on with Stand as far as what people can expect, or when they see things and maybe they're going back to where we started looking for us, and someone said, well, they're not through here anymore. Well, now you know why. So we've gotten through 8 weeks of a semester, and I want to just raise awareness for who we are again and remind people that we are here, we are available, and we are willing to be as much support as you need us to be. No matter if you got a disability or you're just having struggles while going through college, whatever the factors might be, we want you to know that we're here to offer you that support as much as we can. Because I'll tell you, going through college and having things already on your plate when you start, meaning, I started college and being visually impaired, there's always a little extra on the plate with stuff that you've got to do to get through the day or get through the course. We don't want to see anybody, not make it. We want to see everybody make it. If you are in college or plan to go to college, don't change that. Keep going. We're here to help you if you're struggling. But I understand the struggles that can be put in front of you while going through college, with even just general struggles or going through college being visually impaired. I think that sometimes on the visually impaired side, I think sometimes it's a little harder for us because we got to do things a little differently. Someone that doesn't have an eye condition, for example, they can just buy the book and there you go. You got it. Read it. Do your homework. No big deal. But for those that, like myself, a regular book, that's not going to work. It had to be PDF. So, I had to have all my books converted over to PDF. And usually it didn't take long, but that's still an extra step that we have to take. Like reading, that's another one where everybody has a different speed on reading, especially when it comes to if you're using just your screen reader to read something or to read a book. I don't know about you, Brandon, but that can take time just to get through even a chapter. If you got a chapter that's 10 pages long, I always found myself going back through it more than once to make sure I didn't miss anything. So I don't know what your experience was in college, Brandon. What did you have PDF, or how did you do your books?
Yeah, I had to do PDF, and sometimes, and I was going to bring this up too, sometimes you also have to worry about if the wording is actually correct, and if your screen reader, especially if you're just using a screen reader like you said, sometimes it might not always catch all of the wording in a particular sentence, or it'll skip some, and I've had that a lot. And when it does happen, it is frustrating, especially if it's something really important that's gonna,
especially if it's an English book or something. Need.
Oh yeah, yes.
Hold on 1 second. Turn off this. Okay. Yeah, if you got like an English book, and you got to be looking at all the grammar and all that stuff, it's easy, so easy to miss stuff. But either way, that's the whole point why Stand is here, because we want to be able to offer that support. But listen, we don't know who you are. We don't know who might be struggling, so we can't just come up to you and say, hey, let us help you. All we can do is continue to reach out to the community, continue to let people know who we are, what we are, and what it is that we do exactly. And it's really about that support. That's really the big thing, is support and awareness. Before I started Stand at Ivy Tech, there was little things that they didn't think about. There were little things that they didn't think about until we raised the awareness for those little things. One being leaving things in the walkway, and then you got someone that's visually impaired coming through and they run into it. They don't think about them little things. Them little things that...
No, they don't.
They don't do it on purpose. They just don't think about it.
They just don't think about that, because I had that too at Central Texas College, where I had to be like, hey, y'all might want to think this over a little bit, because me not being able to see, it's easy to run into things, and they got pretty good about making sure things were moved when they saw me coming. So
that's good, yeah. And it's again, those little things now that they know about. And that's why I said, when we left, our roots got started at Ivy Tech, and we left things there. Those are the kind of things we left behind. Things that, you might not think that people notice, but it's those smallest things that make the biggest difference, to be honest. Smallest things. We did. I'm going to be sharing some of this stuff. I need to see if I can get my hands on some of the stuff that we did. We did a podcast. We did 3 different podcasts at Ivy Tech. I'd like to get a hold of those podcasts and share those with you guys. So maybe the next next month when we come back to do another online podcast here, we will play that and let you guys hear it. Just to kind of give you an idea of what, some of the things was that we did at Ivy Tech. There are, like I said, a lot of things that we did. So, hold on one second. So again, we'll play that next month and show you guys, let you guys hear that. And then also I will be getting information over to Andy so he can join us on the online side of it now. We usually did the meetings at the college because we did it through the college. But now that we've transitioned to, be community, I say community based, but really it's anywhere you could be in Nebraska, and if you want to join Stand, you could do that. If you're looking for support from Stand, you could get that. So I think it's a good thing on what we're doing, because we work too hard to just say, okay, we tried, it didn't make it, so we're just going to let it go here. No, we came too far. You just make changes and you keep going. That's what it's about. We're gonna be working on the Facebook page, you guys, and once I get that done, I'll give you the URL for it. It should be facebook.com/stand, but I went to it and it's not showing right, so I need to fix that and work on that and get that straightened out. So, Brandon, before I go, what are your thoughts on Stan when you learned about who Stan was? What are your thoughts when it comes to Stan and what you see it doing for people and what it can do for people? Stuff like that.
I think it's a good thing. I think it's a very positive thing. And when I first learned about it and I saw what it was doing, I thought, man, I wish we had this everywhere, because there's people all over the country that need this kind of support.
Notification from storage settings. Free up storage space. Your computer's running low on storage space. Visit storage settings to freeze them up. Window.
Without meaning to, it's nothing they did. It's just the fact that they don't have this type of support because either A, they don't know where to turn, or B, they just never, it's like you said earlier, it's just one of those things they never thought about.
Yeah.
And I think it's an impactful organization, and I think it's a really positive thing to have to help people.
Yeah, because I did my research, at several different colleges, and they had nothing like this, and that's why I ran with it, because I'm like, it needs to be. There are students out there that are lost, that are ready to give up. As we speak, there might even be students that's thrown in the towel and said, I'm done. I can't do this. With our motivation, I so heartily believe we can save people's future / careers / education by them knowing who we are and what we do. I mean, if a student is having a problem at college, even if it means someone helping you have a conversation with someone, or talking to someone because there was a problem and it never got resolved, or whatever the case might be, you need a book and you can't find it, we'll help you find it. If there's resources and you're having trouble finding an accessible page, we'll help you find it. If you just need someone there because you're having a situation, you're not sure what to do after going through something, we'll be there to help you figure it out. That's what we do. Because at the end of the day, it's about, awareness It's about success. It's about the future. It's about you. So we'd encourage you, if you'd like to join Stand, you are more than welcome to join us. Now, with it being the way that it is now, I'm going to be creating a forum. And I just ask, if you're going to join it, be serious about it. When you fill out the form, we're not going to be asking nothing deeply personal about you, just your first and last name. It's going to be, up to you if you want to share other information. I can tell you that, like, a phone numbers and emails will be confidential unless you're you put on the form that you don't mind it being shared. Otherwise, it's confidential and it won't be shared. At any given cost, it would not be shared unless you said, yeah, go ahead and give it. All right. So, for that said, you guys, I just wanted to come on, let you know about the changes. I'm going to be working on the Twitter page as well, so be looking for that. Once the Facebook and Twitter and stuff's been updated, I'll come on, do maybe a 10-minute thing. Me and Brandon will, or whoever else wants to come on with us. We'll let you know that stuff's been done, and then you will be able to access that stuff. So you can access the sign up form, and you can follow the page, follow us on Twitter, all that stuff, so you don't miss anything. So, with that said, I don't have anything else tonight. Brandon, you got anything else to add to any of this, or are you good?
I think I'm good. I don't have anything else I need to add right now. So, yeah, I'm good.
Alrighty. Well, guys, we appreciate you guys listening. And just remember, if you're getting ready to go to college or you are in college, it's not worth giving up. You've worked too hard to be where you're at to throw in the towel because you're having a bad day at school. I've had my bad days, but I also know there's been a few times where I was getting ready to just throw it in and say, I'm done. So I can understand what you might be going through. So reach out to us. If there's anything we can do, we'll definitely do our best to help you. You can leave your comments and thoughts down below in the comment section, and hopefully we can get some new people joining us here at Stand, and let's show the world how important it really is and how big we can really become, because that's what it's about. It's about making change in your future, in my future, and in the future of education. Y'all take care.
Start recording checkbox not checked.
And we'll talk
Stop
to you
streaming.